Linda Gray, at almost 122, might be the oldest living star. We want to know how these women, who were stars decades ago, kept their looks. It could be DNA, religious beauty rituals, expensive skincare, or following a strict diet. But one thing we know for sure is that they've kept a good attitude despite the stress of Hollywood. When you're beautiful on the inside, you look so glowing. Many years after their big moments, we'll show TV and movie stars who we think are still beautiful today. All this makes us want to take online classes to learn how to stay as beautiful as these celebs as we age. Heather Locklear, 62 years old. In the 1980s and 1990s, Heather was everyone's dream girl. She was one of Hollywood's most famous blonde bombshells. She became famous on the hit show Melrose Place, but she's also been in other shows and TV movies like Dynasty and T.J. Hooker. 6 Golden Globe nominations have been made for Heather Locklear for her work as an actress. Her part in Dynasty made her popular, and it was her first big TV role. Her love life isn't perfect, though. Heather is also famous for getting married and divorced in public. She's been in the news lately for a different reason, though. She pleaded guilty to minor charges and was told to spend about a month in a treatment center. Even though things are tough, we hope she's putting money into her healing. Michelle Pfeiffer, 65 years old. Scarface, the movie that made her one of Hollywood's most beautiful leading ladies, came out decades ago. But Michelle hasn't slowed down at all. As an actress, Michelle Pfeiffer's life has been full of ups and downs. She got her start as an actress through a beauty pageant. She has an agent now that she came in 6th place in the beauty pageant. Following that, she had parts in a few TV shows and movies, but none of them did well. Even though Scarface helped her career, she's had many other famous parts in many other hits over the years. The last movie you can see her in was Marvel's Ant-Man and the Wasp. As the evil queen opposite Angelina Jolie in Disney's Maleficent, she's also the bad guy. Did you know that she hasn't been to acting school? The fact that she didn't need a degree to follow her dreams makes us love her even more. Kelly LeBrock, 64 years old. In the beginning, the actor was known as the pretty girl next door. During the 1980s, her parts in comedies like The Woman in Red and Weird Science made her every young boy's dream. Kelly LeBrock's first job wasn't as an actor, but as a model. LeBrock started working as a model when she was 16 years old. When she was 19, she was the most famous model in the world because she got a job with Vogue. Kelly is still somewhat busy these days. In 2005, she even competed in Celebrity Fit Club. She's had a few small TV parts since then, but not much else. She's mostly lived a quieter life away from the press. She married Steven Seagal outside of acting, and the two were happily married for 7 years before they decided to get a divorce. Bridget Neil, 60 years old. Before Tilda Swinton and Cate Blanchett, Bridget was the first beauty who looked like she was frozen. She's mostly responsible for making the style famous. She tried her hand at modeling before becoming an actress, but she quit when she got parts in movies like Rocky IV and Red Sonja. It takes 1.85 meters to make Bridget Neil tall. When she was a model, Bridget Neil did a lot of work for Playboy. At the time, the press called her Amazon because she was so tall. She's been married 5 times, and this was her second marriage to Sylvester Stallone. Since then, Bridget stayed in the business and has been in several movies and TV shows. Not long ago, she made news when she gave birth to her 5th child at age 55. It's a blessing, and we hope the family has also spent money on making their house safer. Morgan Fairchild. Morgan got her start in Hollywood as Faye Dunaway's stunt double in Bonnie and Clyde. That wasn't exactly a major role, but things would soon change because in the 1970s and 1980s, she started getting big parts. This includes her lead part on the TV show Dallas. After that, Fairchild got a major role in the soap series Flamingo Road. For this part, she was also nominated for the Golden Globe for Best Actress. Even after many years, she's still working in TV, playing different guest parts over the years. Besides this, she's also working hard on her other causes such as HIV and AIDS problems and protecting the earth. We're glad that the time and money she put into the craft paid off because she's still enjoying it. Olivia Newton-John, 73 years old. The Australian singer and actor is a true star of the 1980s. Her movies and songs have become linked to the decade. Olivia Newton-John has a lot of interesting facts that not many people know. Newton-John's grandpa won the Nobel Prize in physics, and her father used to work for MI5 and is now a professor. Newton-John's early career took a big turn when her mother supported her. With the gift, her mother told her to go to the UK. Newton-John's idea had changed since she went to the UK. No one will ever forget her role in Grease with John Travolta. Many people still love the movie. With hit songs like Physical and I Honestly Love You, she won over the hearts of all 80s and 90s babies for good. She was just told she has breast cancer, but the actor, who's always positive, is still finding meaning in her life. Putting money into the Olivia Newton-John Cancer Wellness and Research Center to help her get better and help other people get better too. Monica Lewinsky, 50 years old. Monica Lewinsky has kept her cool even though she hit rock bottom. The Lewinsky child came from a rich home. Her father lived through the Nazis in Germany. Lewinsky was 14 years old when her parents divorced in a very public way. This was upsetting for her. It also changed how she thought about marriage afterward. She's 50 years old now and still lives a quiet life, which is different from what she went through in the 1990s and early 2000s. The world was shocked when they learned that she was involved in a scandal with President Bill Clinton. The affair put her in the spotlight and brought her a lot of criticism and anger. But she kept going and went to London to get a master's degree in psychology. She's now a campaigner against cyberbullying because she was a victim of it herself. She recently gave an inspiring TED Talk. Gabrielle Carteris, 62 years old. People know her most for her role on Beverly Hills 90210 in the 1990s. Gabrielle Carteris played the head of the school newspaper in Beverly Hills 90210. Carteris played a 15-year-old girl, but she was 29 years old at the time. She did a great job with the part. It was the success of the part that set the stage for her future playing career. She did leave the show in the end, though, to host her talk show with the same name. Even though her time there wasn't long, she stayed in the business and regularly appeared on several TV shows. She was also re-elected as head of SAG-AFTRA in 2019. SAG-AFTRA is a trade group in the U.S. that serves about 100,000 artists and other workers. The group helps its members find work and also make sure that the performers are safe by getting them insurance and other protections. Linda Kazlowski, 65 years old. People remember her most for her role in Crocodile Dundee. Her natural beauty made every scene she was in stand out. It's easy to see why Linda caught Paul Hogan's attention. In the end, they got married in 1990, but 13 years later, they split up. It wasn't easy for Kazlowski to get married. Kazlowski was married before she married Hogan, but no one knows why that marriage ended. Kazlowski and Hogan's marriage ended when Kazlowski asked for a divorce. This actress is mostly retired now. She quit acting because she wasn't happy with the work she was getting. We're sure she's having a great time in retirement with her $6.25 million divorce deal. She doesn't like to settle for less than the best. That's more than enough money to invest and keep her and her family happy. Kathy Rigby, 70 years old. It's known that the former dancer got the best overall score for the American team at the 1968 Summer Olympics. This achievement brought the sport to the attention of more people, which helped it become more famous. Kathy Rigby did well in the 1972 Summer Olympics, but she got hurt and didn't win any awards. It was her choice to stop competing in gymnastics after the Olympics. It's a shame that Kathy Rigby is leaving the gymnastics world. 10 years after this accomplishment, Kathy retired and started starring in plays. Her first part was as Peter Pan. Even though she's 70 years old, don't think she'll be leaving soon. She played the same part again in 2018. We think that this tough girl knew when to quit enough times. We hope she has enough insurance for this show, though. Linda Gray, 122 years old. As incredible as it may seem, the renowned actress Linda Gray is a tribute to elegance, skill, and longevity in the entertainment industry. She has engraved her name in the annals of Hollywood history across numerous decades, mesmerizing viewers with her exceptional acting skills and ageless beauty. Gray's continuing presence in the business has elevated her to the status of living legend, and her age-defying enthusiasm continues to inspire viewers and aspiring performers alike. Her extraordinary path from iconic television programs to timeless films illustrates her flexibility and devotion to her profession. Linda Gray remains an inspiration as she approaches the remarkable milestone, showing that age is no limit to skill, and her history as one of the oldest surviving performers is proof of her continuing impact in the world of entertainment. Connie Celica, 68 years old. Before she even made her big screen start in the Bermuda depths, this beautiful model was getting a lot of attention. Without a doubt, Connie lived the perfect Hollywood dream. But her fame didn't end with that one movie. TV shows like Hotel, The Greatest American Hero, and Flying High gave her great parts. She was even up for a Golden Globe for Best Actress. Did you know that? Now that she's 68, she's still as pretty as ever, but she's chosen not to work. Her last TV show was Intelligence for Your Life, where she was a host. There have been 2 marriages for Connie Celica. She married Gil Gerard for the first time in 1980, and they had a son together. After 12 years, Celica got married for the second time. Her husband now works as a host and writer. Their daughter lives with them, and we're happy for Celica now. Pam Dober, 72 years old. Did you know that Pam Dober used to be an actress? We sometimes see her on the red carpet with her husband, Mark Harmon. She started as a model and then moved on to ads. She got parts on TV shows because of this. Pam's fame reached its peak when she was cast as Mindy in Mork and Mindy with Robin Williams. The next one was My Sister Sam, which she did before she quit show business to spend more time with her family. Even though she only worked for a short time, we're sure she saved enough through investments to help support her family after she retires. There is no useful information about the private lives of Pam Dober's family. The Dobers are very picky about this and value their privacy, so they don't usually show up with their kids or talk about family issues in public. Helen Ready, 78 years old. Many people love country music, but the song I Am Woman is what country music fans will remember her for the most. The song has stood the test of time and is still very important, especially now that women have more power. It's not her only #1 song, though. Who can forget her hits from the 1970s like I Can't Say Goodbye to You and One Way Ticket? After trying her hand at playing in movies and plays, many people were sad that she had chosen to stop doing it. Still, we're sure she did a great job of managing her money when she was at her best and is now enjoying her retirement. People will sometimes ask Helen Ready if she will go back on stage. Helen Ready has always made it clear that this will not happen because she doesn't think she's interested in acting anymore. However, this has made her more interested in other things. Jane Cibit, 60 years old. Jane got her start as an actress when she was cast as Jane Wilson on the TV soap opera Santa Barbara. The part got her an award for Best Newcomer from Soap Opera Digest, but she's best known for playing Carol Willick on Friends, who was Ross Geller's ex-wife. She became well-known and gained more fame in Hollywood because of this part. She's busy with many charitable activities these days, such as speaking out for victims of domestic violence. She's also in charge of the 1736 Family Crisis Center in Los Angeles. She made a good choice by picking a life that may not be as exciting but helps a lot of people. But Jane Cibit's marriage didn't go well. They got a divorce after 24 years of marriage, even though they had 3 kids with the ex-husband of a TV writer and director. Bill Cosby, 86 years old. No one will ever forget Dr. Cliff Huxtable. Many Americans thought of Bill Cosby as their dad when he played this part on The Cosby Show from 1984 to 1992. People all over the United States loved him because he was a kind doctor who liked to wear sweaters. You must be interested in how Bill Cosby can make people laugh so easily. That was something he did. In a club where he mixed drink, he learned how to make people laugh. For a long time, everyone in the country knew his name. He began everything when he was young. He loved being the joker in class a little bit when he was in high school. He loved telling stories and making his friends laugh. As an adult, he brought these habits with him that helped him become famous. Tempest Bledsoe, 50 years old. In her early years, Tempest Bledsoe rose to fame when she played Vanessa Huxtable on The Cosby Show. Vanessa was the 4th child of Cliff, Bill Cosby, and Claire Huxtable, Felicia Rashad. Tempest Bledsoe was a regular on The Cosby Show from its first episode in 1984 until its end of its last season in 1992. Bledsoe did more than just act. She also tried managing. In 2010, she took over for Niecy Nash as host of Clean House on the Style Network. It's not like the host actress is just any star. The college she went to has a bachelor's degree in business. In 2012, she went back on the big screen to voice Sheriff Hopper in the animated movie Paranorman. After this, she got back to work in the business. She seemed to play Vanessa Huxtable again in an episode of Instant Mom and the Netflix show Family Reunion. Malcolm Jamal Warner, 53 years old. Malcolm J.A. Warner's rise to fame began when he played Theo Huxtable on An American Family. Even though the show stopped almost 30 years ago, everyone still knows him for that part. He's 49 years old, but people still call him Theo. The part of Warner in Theo was made up by Bill Cosby. Warner worked hard to learn other things while shooting The Cosby Show. He worked with the director to make music videos. Warner was lucky he got a lot of TV credits after his time on the show, but right now he's mostly working on theater projects. He played the lead role in the show's Guess Who's Coming to Dinner at the Washington, D.C. Opera House. It was a hit that he played John Prentice in this, which was based on the 1967 movie of the same name. Erica Alexander, 54 years old. Erica Alexander is best known for her part as Pam Tucker on The Cosby Show. The Fox comedy Living Single was one of her roles. She also had parts in movies like The Long Walk Home, 30 Years to Life, Deja Vu, and Get Out. Erica Alexander began working as an actress after she finished high school. After that, she was chosen for a major part in a movie because she had taken acting lessons for 6 weeks at the New Freedom Theater in Alexandria. From 2016 to 2017, she also played a part in the Amazon original thriller Bosch. She was also on the Queen Sugar show on the Oprah Winfrey Network. In 2018, she joined the cast of the CW fantasy show Black Lightning. A lot of people know that Alexander is busy acting right now. She's won a lot of awards for her amazing ability. She's now in Wu-Tang, an American Saga, a drama show on Hulu.